Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Wednesday afternoon. Welcome into this yet another edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham. Alongside Jeremy Jeffcoat, we'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics and beyond. We appreciate all of you out there being with us today, whether that be on WAXC TV or WOTM, or you're dialing us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page at Sports with a Z. You can comment away. We'll get to as many of those as we can throughout the show today, or you can just give us a call the old-fashioned way, 256-234-6221. Let us know what's on your mind. It is the off season, but there is still a lot going on. We talked about some numbers yesterday with its Auburn roster going to the transfer portal. Obviously, May the 1st was kind of a deadline for guys to enter the portal. Auburn had a ton of guys leave after the football season, but there was you got to get that name in if you want to play. This year, Auburn did not have anyone else enter the portal after spring, so that's good. Now you know exactly where you need to go out and try to shore up some things. Brian Harsin was in Montgomery at one of these alumni functions and had some thoughts on that and some talk about that. So we might look at some of the things he said, harken back to a little segment we used to do quoting Brian Harsin. Also some things in the world of college football relating to the transfer portal. The Coaches Association, the AFCA, proposing a window as far as the portal is concerned, 2 windows as far as entering and trying to help coaches, because it's getting to the point where it's extremely difficult to try to put a roster together.
Sure.
Because you don't know if guys are bolting and coming in, so that might help with that. And AD for Ohio State, Gene Smith, he's kind of an outspoken guy. He is bringing up spring meetings as far as the Big Ten is concerned, talking about the FBS schools breaking away and basically doing their own thing from the NCAA. That's something we've talked about quite a bit, and probably is inevitable.
Well, I think it's going to have to be if you want to get any sort of handle on all the changes that are going on, because the NCAA is not going to do it.
Yeah, that seems to be a consensus for sure. Try to sneak in a Braves segment if we can. Boy, they just can't. They've only won one series all year. I don't think that's going to get it done, JJ.
No, it's not. But they're still 4 games under 500. It's not like they're 6-20. You know what I mean? So
they're not in last.
Yeah, but it's one of those things. I always kind of monitor that last 10, right? That last 10 number in the standings. 4-6 in their last 10. They're basically playing 500 ball for the last couple of weeks. It'd be nice to get a split today with the Mets.
Yeah.
Losing both ends of that doubleheader yesterday hurt. They had a great chance to win that first game. And then the second game, the bats just went quiet. And they've been doing that a lot this year. So can't imagine that will last forever. But right now the bats are, too many games where the bats go quiet.
No doubt about that. So we'll dive into that a little bit and maybe preview some baseball and softball. This will be my last day this week. I've got going out of town, but my nephew is graduating from college, so
there you go.
It's that time of year, so we'll be going up there for that. But the Auburn Blitz will be on the air, and David and I believe Caleb will be with you tomorrow. So it's going to be a fun weekend. The final series of softball, Auburn traveling, or I'll take that back, Auburn inviting. Going on the road to Tennessee. Yeah, Tennessee, pretty good team. And Arkansas, one of the better teams in all of college baseball, coming into Plainsman Park. So that should be, like I said, a pretty fun series. Just kind of we were talking about yesterday, again, some numbers. And Randy and I were talking about it, and it's no secret that quite a few guys exited Auburn with the coaching change and with everything that went on with Brian Harsin over the last year or so. So Auburn's numbers are a bit depleted. They have needs some specific needs in some areas. I think it was yesterday we were talking with Terry, and we were talking about, the transfer portal only kind of working one way for Auburn. A lot of guys going out. Auburn has had some guys come in. I mean, obviously Zach Calzada and Robbie Ashford, the Jason Jones and DJ James, the two guys from Oregon, and Asante, the linebacker from North Carolina, have all come in from the transfer portal. But nonetheless, a question was posed to Brian Harsin yesterday: how many scholarships are available? He said we've still got several left. I don't know if it's 6 or 7, maybe right around there is where we are. The goal is that we want to maximize that. He mentioned that Sean Jackson was put on scholarship. That's the running back from Hewitt-Trussville, which probably deserved it. He has been put in the work and done everything that they asked him to do. He says we're looking at those guys. We want to get them on campus, and we want to make sure that it's the right fit for them. If it's other guys on our team that maybe deserve a scholarship, we have 1 or 2 left over. We'll use those as well. So I had the count at about 68. There's somewhere around 70, give or take. Mm-hmm. That's fine.
Right.
But you'd like to have – that's 15 scholarships.
If it's only 70, they better all be able to play.
Yeah.
No, that's the other thing. But look, it's the transfer portal. I was thinking about this morning. Has basically become what to college football what free agency is to the NFL, right?
Yep.
You've got your high priority targets. They're going to do what they do, and then you're going to use the rest to kind of fill out the roster, right? And the NFL being 53, college football being 85. And you'll work on it from there. Let me get that for you.
Sure. Thank you. I appreciate it.
So it's kind of become to college football what free agency is to the NFL in that respect. So, and how you manage that is going to help a lot.
Well, you talk a lot about fit.
Yeah.
If the guy's a right fit, that's what Brian Harsin keeps echoing, saying, "Look, we're not just going to go out and bring in guys just to bring in guys. We want to make sure that they're the right fit."
That is true to a degree. It is also true that you need some depth.
Yeah.
And you need guys that you need to be able to hold a full scrimmage. You know what I mean? With 2 full squads. You would like to be able to do that. So
that would be ideal. Yeah.
Not everybody's going to play, right? I mean, let's face it. If there's 85 guys on a team, and what was it, 71 or 72 on a travel squad, whatever it is, right? You're really going to play the season with probably somewhere around 60. Mm-hmm. So if you've only got 70 guys out there, it doesn't leave a whole lot of room for adjustment.
No, and there's always, everybody gets nicked up, and there are injuries that you have to deal with. But a wide receiver, Auburn's got the bodies at wide receiver. They would like a dynamic wide receiver to add to this group. There's no question about that. The defensive end is one of those where they only have 3 scholarship defensive ends. That one, Iko Leota, Dylan Brooks, and the name is escaping me at the moment. But the starter from last year, defensive end. That's the position that's of the greatest need in the portal. And are there guys out there? There are probably right now. I think you've got a little bit of time. There's the guy from UCLA, defensive end. I think he was in town. Thank you, Hall. I just can't. I reached for it and it wasn't there.
Yeah,
that happens from time to time. But nonetheless, those are the 2 positions that everybody keeps talking about. Defensive line. we're talking about depth issues. So biggest needs in the portal, that was the other thing that Harsin discussed yesterday. He said it's really best available guys. We have needs at the D-line. We have needs at other positions. We know that. I think you guys can look at depth chart and say this is what you need, but I want to be clear. There are needs, but we still want to bring in the right people. That's the most important thing right now. I think where our team is at as far along as we come since January in the leadership piece, the chemistry, the cohesion and all that, you want to bring in the right people. Again, Auburn has had some difficult, you've had some a lot of turmoil there. You certainly don't want to add to that and make that any worse than it was. So I don't know what exactly the right people entails,
right.
But they're looking specifically for some attributes, I guess.
Well, I mean, anytime you're recruiting, if you got to take those things into consideration. What kind of character does the player have? Are they a hard worker? Are they, those kind of, those kind of things are going to matter a lot, as much as anything else. But hopefully all that homework's been done,
And usually there's a reason guys are in the portal.
Yeah. And it's not always like, I think people sometimes, we have this thing like, oh, they transferred because they couldn't cut it, or they transferred because they were selfish, or they transferred. It's not always the case.
No.
Sometimes just a guy committed to a place, he thought it was going to be one thing, and it just wasn't. He doesn't fit in. He, wants to go somewhere else. Sometimes a player maybe not getting the opportunity he was promised, or the right kind of opportunity within a program. So, being a transfer doesn't mean that you screwed up somewhere. So I think you've got to. Now there are some guys who were probably encouraged to transfer for various reasons, and it's Harsin's job and every other coach's job to parse that out. It's their job to get it right. It's like too many times we make excuses for these. It's their job to get it right. If you're not bringing in the right people, who's it on? It's on you.
We get our first break here on the Auburn Blitz. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Hilleby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hilleby Towers in Alexander City.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
From the smallest drippy faucet to drain cleaning to water heater replacement to gas lines to total systems replacement, A&M Plumbing handles it all. Visit amplumbing.net today for the experienced, licensed, and insured pros at A&M Plumbing.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
New Chevrolet and GMC trucks plus sport utilities are rolling into Glenn Smith in Opelika. Stop in and see us or check out our inventory at glennsmith.com and see what's coming in. You can buy them before they get here. Plus, you'll get any incentives like big factory cash rebates or low APR financing. Silverados, Sierras, Equinox, Yukons, and more.
We have over 200 new and used vehicles on the ground or on the way. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you. About 45 more minutes left in today's show. We're brought to you each and every day by Big Fish Real Estate. For all your real estate needs here in the Lake Martin area as well as down there on the coast, give them a call today, 551-BIG-FISH, or look them up, bigfishlakemartin.com, for all your real estate needs.
Yeah, we're going back to what Brian Harsin was saying about, we're not just going to sign people to sign them. We want certain kind of people, right kind of. And that's true. You want somebody who fits the culture of your program, somebody who's going to, be a benefit and not a distraction to your program. You want all of that. At the same time, I go back to a couple of days ago, he interviewed with Chris Lowe from ESPN. And Chris Lowe asked him, he said, do you feel like you're coaching for your job? And he said, when are you not? Right? So, yes, fit matters. Obviously, character is huge in any endeavor.
Sure.
At the same time, you could have a team of 85 really good guys and go 4-8, and it ain't going to matter. So, that's just a fact, right? So, you've got to have the bodies and the talent to be able to win enough games, or you're not going to be there. I don't care how good of a guys you have brought in.
Yeah, they all can be swell guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if they can't play, then that's So there's a fine line there. That is absolutely true. That every program, and we talked about that, and Randy and I were talking about that. I think it was maybe even during the break. You go back to the last time Auburn only had one player drafted was 2013. That was coming off that disastrous 2012 season where Auburn went 0-8 and 3-9.
Right.
You go back and look, and I was talking to Randy. I went back and looked, and I think this is what I wrote my column about this week. But you go back and look from the classes of 2010, 11, and 12, the recruiting classes, Auburn brought in about, I think, give or take, 74 players. Mm-hmm. I looked up and going back, and I went into the detail about how many games they played and what their stats were. My number, I think it was like 37 of those 74 made little to no contribution. Mm-hmm. They were kicked off because of drugs, because of whatever it might. There was and the things that were going on for everybody that remembers back in those days with Gene Chizik. I mean, there were a couple of shootings that happened.
Yeah.
There were felonies that were committed. I mean, there was some problem. There were a lot of character issues.
Yeah.
Now, they sacrificed character for high star rating.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, it's like you want good players, and you have to balance that against their character too. There have been some really good players of very poor character.
Now, there's something to be said for a guy being not having the best personality. You want guys to be kind of mean,
and that's not a character flaw. I don't
No.
think. I don't think a guy who's a little bit nasty about the way he plays the game. That's not a character flaw, right?
No.
Character to me is more of an off the field issue than it is an on the field issue. But I mean,
A team full of choir boys is probably not.
Dick Butkus's friends will tell you that off the field he was the nicest guy you ever met. On the field, he literally tried to pull your head off.
Yeah.
And it was just, but so that's not really the same as character. Now, chasing star ratings, I think that's a bad thing too, right? You don't want to chase the star rating. However, I will say this in defense of the recruiting analysts out there. I think they have gotten a lot better with their predictive capability on who and what a player is. You're always going to have late bloomers, guys who develop later. I mean, who in the world would have looked at DeMarcus Ware at Auburn High School as a 6'1", 190-pound safety and predicted that 3 years later he'd be a 6'4", 253-pound outside linebacker? Nobody. You can't know some things. But over the last 20 years or so, I think the recruiting analysts and the guys who study, they've become better at their craft. They've learned how to watch film. They've learned
More information out there.
More information out there, but they've learned how to properly watch film and how to properly judge a player's movement and a player's skill set. You know what I mean? More than just the old, this guy threw for 3,500 yards in only 6 games last year, which doesn't tell you anything, so.
Yeah.
So they have gotten better at it. But so you can't go star chasing, but you can learn a little bit by where recruiting classes are ranked and evaluated.
And again, you can win with 3 stars. You just got to be patient. You got to let them develop, and you got to have really good assistant coaches to get them to develop.
One of the things I learned, like when I started looking into the star rankings thing years and years ago, was that it's not a predictor of how good they're going to be. It's a predictor of how early they're going to be good.
Yep.
So a 5-star kid is expected to step on campus and contribute immediately right away. A 4-star kid is expected to contribute maybe first year, but really start heavily contributing in the second year, so on down the list. So, yeah, but you can.
And again, the Auburn fans probably not going to be patient enough to do that. So, and if when your competitors are bringing in guys every year that are immediately ready to contribute, then it makes it difficult for you to succeed.
Sure.
That's kind of the world that we live in.
I think when you look at what Georgia did in the NFL draft this year, I mean, setting a modern day record for draft picks, and that tells you a little something about the talent that Kirby Smart's brought in there over the last 4 years, 3 or 4 years, and the fact that Nakobe Dean, we all saw how good Nakobe Dean was, 3rd round pick. And they had 5 defenders in the 1st round.
Yeah.
So Nakobe Dean wasn't one of the 5 best defensive players on Georgia.
At least
Nakobe Dean probably would have been the best defensive player on Auburn last year. Would you agree with that?
Probably.
Yeah. So I don't know. You got to build that talent up, and you've got to. I know we talk about this a lot, and we could talk about recruiting the right guy. We're not just signing guys. We want to bring in the right guy. You better bring some talent in there.
Yeah.
Quick.
No, no matter where, if it's through the portal or through high school, it better arrive there. No doubt about it whatsoever.
He's going to be expected to compete this year, I think. Don't you?
Sure.
Think? I think Brian Harsin, the expectation this year is going to be 7 to 9 wins.
I think it's got to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, coming off of 6 and 7 years.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere. We will be right back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you. About 30 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We are brought to you each and every day by Russell Do-It Center. They got 10 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do-It Center today. As I mentioned earlier, Todd Berry, he's the executive director of American Football Coaches Association. They are proposing And what it is, their group, obviously, they make recommendations to the NCAA, do all these different studies. But they're proposing 2 windows for the transfer portal. So putting some guardrails on the transfer portal, that's probably a very good idea. The 2 windows, one from the final Sunday in November until the early signing period in mid-December, and then the other window from April 15th to May 1st. So both windows would coincide with the contact periods in recruiting. So 2 small 15-day windows for the transfer portal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, why not? And the other one, too, which is actually a really good idea, they talk about eliminating the 25 initial scholarships that coaches are allowed during each recruiting class. And that's, just kind of a product of
eliminating it altogether?
Well, just saying, look, you get to 85 scholarships the way that you have to get there.
But you're still keeping the 85 limit. Let's say, what are you going to do when Jimbo Fisher goes out there and signs 40 guys in a class every year?
Well, for like Auburn this year specifically.
Yeah.
There's that rule that you can only sign 25 now.
Right.
There are some ways you can manipulate that a little bit.
Sure.
But when you're down this many guys that have bolted, you ought to be able to replenish your stock.
Mm-hmm.
So that just that 25 each and every year, I think that's probably.
You could even do 25 with a number allowed to fill out the 85. You know what I mean? 25 max. But if you're still under 85, add these in. Because what you don't want, new coach comes in, he's got, he's going to sign 25. That's going to put him at 90. Now he wants to sign another 10 of his guys, and he's going to ask 15 to transfer out. You know what I mean?
Now, that sounds like Nick Saban.
Yeah, well, there's a certain amount of that goes on, right? Yeah. But what you don't want to do is you take away that 25. If you have no quote unquote guardrail around that 25, I think you line it up again for abuse. Well, but there's always a certain amount. You're going to, if you're smart, you're going to try to sign 25 every year.
Sure.
And if you had some guys that need to leave to make that happen, you're going to try to sign 25 every year.
But this is kind of one of those unintended consequences of the transfer portal. And not to mention the fact of the COVID year and how guys have gotten an extra year, and there's just the numbers just don't. It's hard to make them add up, crunch them, and make them add up. It's like you're doing your taxes.
Mm-hmm. And again, I think the transfer portal will calm down once you get one free transfer. After that, you sit out a year, unless you're a graduate, and do it that way.
Yeah.
I would also, if it were me, if you're a graduate transfer, I don't care how many years it took you to graduate, you get one graduate transfer season.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I think I would do it that way.
Yeah.
You get one free transfer as an undergrad. You get one free transfer as a grad transfer, but your grad transfer is for 1 year of eligibility.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean that makes sense. That kind of limits.
Because if a guy redshirts his freshman year and graduates in 3, which a lot of players can do, then they've still got 2-3 years. Depending on if COVID comes around, whatever. They go somewhere, they're a grad transfer, but they're going to be there another 2, they'll be 30 by the time they leave. Like Stacey Danley. I'm pretty sure Stacey Danley played till he was 35. But yeah, so I would put some walls around that stuff.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll do that, and when they start doing that, those schools, those FBS schools, if they do break off, they can make their own rules. They can set their own guardrails.
And think about some of the things you could do, right? What if, yes, you get the one free transfer, but you lose any redshirt year if you do. Mm-hmm. So
what they ought to do away with the red shirt altogether.
Yeah. Just that you have 4 years of eligibility.
Yeah.
Because
so you got 5 years of
eligibility. Didn't they already kind of do away with that? You've got 5 or whatever. But, to me, you want to you don't want to punish a kid for transferring, but you want to make it where it's not, you're not going through this, this kid's transferred to 3 schools in 3 years. You know what I mean? You've got to do something about that.
Well, Justin Powell, the basketball player for Auburn, he's transferred again. He transferred from Tennessee.
Yeah.
I mean, basketball, it's kind of been notorious for going on, guys jumping from team to team.
College basketball has been notorious for a lot of things over the years.
This is true. It's a little less in college football, but
Not much.
That's just ridiculous.
Not much.
Yeah, for sure. The Braves 11-15 right now. They won the first one against the Mets 5-2. Lost that doubleheader yesterday. They will play today. Actually, 12:20. That started just a minute ago, I think. So not roaring out of the gate. And on the other hand, the Mets 8-18. They look like a very solid team. 18-8. What did I say?
18-18. Yeah.
18-8. So I'm dyslexic apparently. Developing it into my old age, I guess. But you look down through the roster. Matt Olson, who started off really well, he's kind of cooled off a little bit, but still playing well.
He's hitting 295, yeah.
Austin Riley playing well. Again, it looks like he's the real deal. Ozzie Albies and Dansby Swanson. Dansby Swanson was the guy we looked at the end of the year and said he needs to have a good year.
Yeah. Not yet.
It ain't happening yet.
It ain't happening yet. Yeah, I think.
Adam Duvall, too.
And with Albies, I love Ozzie Albies. Man, he falls in love with that home run cut. He just falls in love with it. With his speed, put something in play, man. You know? But
they got some work to do, that's for sure.
Yeah.
They need to win today. That helps.
They would.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Lake Martin has a new car buying experience. It's the TR Group of Alex City on Cherokee Road. The TR Group has up to 100 late model vehicles to choose from and will not be beat on price, selection, or financing. With the TR Group, your selection and quality is easy and your good credit is rewarded. But we offer guaranteed financing on our inventory because your future is more important than your past. The TR Group, Lake Martin's new standard in auto sales. Located at 814 Cherokee Road, Alex City, USA.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Whether you prefer bricks, clicks, or taps, there's one place built around all your needs. For whatever it is you want to do. Even if your needs change, we'll be right there with you, making it all possible. Because you never know when a new addition will come along. So walk in, log on, or tap away. Either way, Valley's built to help you do you. Wherever life takes you, we'll be right there with you.
Hey guys, this is Nate Paz with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs. Or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house you need 3 things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually 4. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogrooom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the River region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker, Brubaker, Brubaker.
You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you for just a couple more segments in today's show, brought to you each and every day by Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team, saving people thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgage. Give them a call today, 256-397-0248, 256-397-0248. Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team. We were talking about the Braves a little bit in the last segment, kind of closing things out. Kyle Wright finally looks like maybe he has figured things out. He looks like he's pitching the best of anybody right now. So he didn't get the win yesterday, but nonetheless, 3-1 on the year with a 1.74 ERA. The Braves will take that each and every day. Looks like maybe Charlie's starting to figure it out a little bit. He has struggled. He's only 1-3, but his last couple of starts, he is he has struggled early, but he's kind of figured it out a little bit.
Yeah, I think I heard the other day he's made one start into the sixth inning. And that's not like Charlie. That's not his. But like I said early in the year, you got to think Charlie's going to get it right, because with older pitchers, the thing you look for more than anything is loss of velocity, right? But he's still throwing 96, 97. So it's not a loss of velocity.
Yeah.
He's having some control issues, which probably tells me it's a form or it's something in mechanics that he's going to have to work out, but being a veteran guy, I think he'll do it. Max Fried's got an ERA of 3. I mean, an ERA of 3 is not bad. Max Fried's pitching pretty good. So.
Yeah. And he and Anderson will go today. He hasn't been bad. I mean, he's had his moments as well. Bryce Elder, the other guy that's gotten several starts, has not pitched bad again. He's kind of none of these guys have gotten a whole lot of run support, and that always helps, certainly.
Yeah.
What do you think about Travis Demerit?
Give it some time. Yeah. It's baseball, man. It's not meant to be measured in short bursts. So
this is true.
But so far, early returns are good.
Nice inside the park home run.
Yeah, early returns are good.
You think he could be a major league, an everyday player?
It's just too early.
Give it some time.
Yeah, give it some time. Talk to me in about 50 games.
Yeah.
So.
That's true. Ronald Acuna back, though. Hasn't been able to hit that first home run yet.
He'll have to shake the rust off a little bit.
He hit a shot to say he hit about 406 feet.
Yeah.
Again, New York, and the problem is he hit it at the 408 sign at the wall.
That's right.
But he looks completely healthy. His knee looks good.
I don't think the Braves would have taken a chance with him at all if they didn't feel like that knee was 100%. Because with Ronald Acuna, you're not worried about the first 50 games of this year. You're worried about 162 games for the next 6 years.
Yeah.
So I don't think unless the medical staff said that knee's 100%, then I don't think they would have brought him back at all.
Yeah. As I mentioned, Auburn this weekend, they're going to welcome in Arkansas to Plainsman Park. Only 3 more SEC series left in the season. We are kind of, only one more softball series left. We are winding things down for these spring sports as we kind of head into the summer. SEC tournament will take place in Hoover. They were thinking about moving it out of Hoover. Is this the last time it's going to be in?
I do not know.
Okay, I'm not 100% on that, but I think they had considered moving it around after that. But nonetheless, Arkansas right now number 4 in the country, 14-7. Auburn only 2 games behind Arkansas. So I think if nothing else, Auburn goes up to Knoxville this past weekend. They'd lost 2 or 3, but I think they proved to themselves, if nothing else, that they can play with the top echelon teams in the country, because they were right there with Tennessee. If you don't, the first game was, got out of hand, but you lost your starting pitcher 1 2/3 in and lost your closer, to a tender hamstring. And so that game kind of was doomed from the start. But you win game 2 and then carry game 3 to the 9th inning before giving up a 2-run homer and getting beat. So Auburn got to take a lot of confidence. I know it's difficult to say sometimes, but you can take confidence from a 1-2 series sometimes.
Yeah, no, well, look, that's why you play series in baseball instead of, one game, scenarios.
Yeah. Softball will go on the road to play Tennessee, a 3-game set. That will close out the regular season. Then you got the SEC tournament. It's going to be in Gainesville, Florida this year. Auburn right now 11-10 overall, number 16 in the country. Again, that's playing 500 in the SEC in women's softball right now. That is not a bad thing. That's kind of where you
ranked in the top 16.
That's kind of where you want to be.
Yeah.
Arkansas is leading the pack right now, 17-4. They number 5 in the country. I don't know what it is about Arkansas, but they figured out these spring sports: baseball, softball, track. They've got quite a top-notch program over there. From my understanding, I don't think Arkansas has the lottery, correct?
I don't know.
So I mean, they're kind of in the same boat.
Good question. I don't know.
They're kind of in the same boat as Alabama, and Auburn and Alabama, in that the scholarships are not as prevalent as they are in, say, Georgia, Florida, and places like that. So perhaps somebody needs to inquire about what's going on in Arkansas, or how they're doing the things that they're doing, because they are fielding some really, really good-looking teams in the spring sports for that. So anyway, anything else going on in the world of sports? We only got about a minute left.
Okay, so the most interesting thing I've seen in the world of sports is Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
Where the heck is this guy going?
Is he going anywhere?
He's got to go somewhere, because Cleveland's bringing in Deshaun Watson. They're not going to. They're not going to be able to afford to pay both of them.
Do you want him as a starter?
Who?
Baker Mayfield.
It depends on who I am. If I'm the Carolina Panthers, heck yeah. But apparently that's not going to happen.
You think he's a viable NFL quarterback?
I mean, he's certainly a credible NFL quarterback. Now, he's not a top 5 guy, but he's a legitimate NFL quarterback. He's just he's a guy. He's Jared Goff. You know what I mean? He's that guy.
All right. We got to take a break. We'll be back with one final segment of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our best rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Sentricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz. On this Wednesday afternoon, Ty says that the Braves are starting out with a bang. They are 0 for 6 with 5 strikeouts to start the game in the first 2 innings. It is scoreless, though.
Wouldn't it be funny if this team set the National League record for home runs in a season and strikeouts in a season? Could it happen?
Interesting.
It could.
Could happen. Yeah. Could happen. It is May the 4th.
Star Wars Day.
What? Star Wars Day.
May the 4th be with you.
The high on. Okay.
There you go.
The what is this? May Cinco de Mayo Eve.
It is. Yes.
Okay. That's not a day. 1968 on this day, the first ABA championship was crowned. The Pittsburgh Pipers.
Were they using the multicolored balls?
Yes, they were.
Okay.
I think so. The Pittsburgh Pipers defeated the New Orleans Buccaneers 4-3. On this day, 1990, former Auburn pitcher Greg Olson with the Orioles sets the relief record with 41 consecutive scoreless innings. Greg Olson, the Rookie of the Year, 1989. Mm-hmm. Why is that significant? There was another young man that made his debut in 1989 that was not the Rookie of the Year. Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh, there you go.
How about that? Greg Olson, really, really great college pitcher and had a really, really good career with the Orioles and later in his career with the Diamondbacks. Happy birthday today, Elmer Layden, one of the famed Four Horsemen with Notre Dame there in the early days of college football, born on this day, 1903. He is a member of the College Football Hall of Fame. Betsy Rawls won 4 U.S. Opens, golf that is, 1928, and is still kicking.
Yep.
94? 90, she's
94, yeah.
Yeah. Audrey Hepburn.
That's
Catherine.
That's Catherine.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, different.
Audrey was Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Okay,
as
yep,
well.
yep,
1929. Paul Gleason of the Breakfast Club.
Yes.
Mr. Bender. Don't mess with the bull, son. You'll get the horns. He also was in Die Hard.
Yes.
You know, that great character there in Die Hard. What was the one when they blew out the bottom half of the floor of the building? He said something about, I hope they got insurance or something.
Yeah.
Nick Ashford of Ashford and Simpson.
Ashford and Simpson. Solid like a rock.
There you go.
There you go.
1941. Hurley Haywood, race car driver, won 24 hours of Le Mans 3 times, won 24 hours of Daytona 5 times. So endurance racer there. Hurley Haywood. Jackie Jackson.
Of the Jackson 5.
The eldest brother.
The one that Dad thought was going to be the superstar.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. The second son, the second child, oldest male child there of the Jackson 5, Jackie. I think his name is actually Sigmund.
Okay.
I think that's his given name.
I did not know that.
I think that's right. Pia Zadora, still don't know why she's famous, other than being like a guest star on the Love Boat or something.
Yeah, kind of an early Kardashian.
Yeah. Hey, thank you very much. Ken, do you remember Ken Oberkfell?
Vaguely.
Third baseman for the Braves.
Got
from like 84 to 88.
Okay, yeah.
Very forgettable time, but nonetheless.
Yeah.
Bob Tway won the PGA in 1986. Randy Travis.
The great Randy Travis.
Born on this day, 1959. Favorite Randy Travis song?
Ooh, Digging Up Bones, probably.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Hard to beat. Scott Armstrong, son of Bullet, Bob Armstrong, from Marietta, Georgia. Eddie Perez, 1968, born
catcher.
on this day. Catcher for the Braves. Greg Maddox, personal catcher.
Yeah,
when he was
right.
with the Braves.
That's
right. Don Staley, a Hall of Famer with the WNBA, and now a great coach of South Carolina women's basketball. They won the. Did they win the national championship this past year? They did, didn't they?
Oh, I don't know.
I think they did. They're second, I believe. Will Arnett. You a big fan of Arrested Development?
No.
He does the Reese's commercials. Not sorry. You know, he's got a very radio type voice.
Okay.
You could appreciate that. Heather Kozar, she was one of Barker's beauties on The Price is Right.
Ah, okay.
She was also married to former Kentucky quarterback. Who was the guy? Tim Couch.
Oh, okay.
Stunningly attractive. 1976. I don't believe they are married to this day, though. But what are you going to do when two kids like that can't make it work, JJ? Rory McIlroy, born on this day, 1980.
Who I'm going to try to impersonate here in about an hour and a half.
Yes. I would try to impersonate his early years because later, this last go-around has not gone too well.
Still a lot better than me.
I would go, that's probably not a bold statement. 4-time major winner.
That's right.
Hard to believe, 2011 was when he won the U.S. Open.
Been 11 years.
That's crazy that was the time when he kind of burst onto the scene. But, yeah, really, really good golfer. And JJ's got to go out and, like you said, well, good luck with that.
No one is immune from danger.
Yeah.
On the course.
So just a heads up, you hear a 4.
Yeah,
take it seriously.
It's coming. Yeah.
No, we appreciate. Thank you so much for being with us. So we got to go. So long for now. We'll talk again soon.